Well, I'm a stroke victim, and I don't want to say victim. I had a stroke probably about 15 years ago, and it affected the right side of my body. And I still kind of, well, I walk with a limp. But otherwise, I have gone back to work, have been working since I had the stroke. It was a different experience for me because I had just lost 40 pounds, walked 5 miles every day, ate very good, did the right things, and then all of a sudden, after the second time, because the first time my doctor didn't diagnose me with a stroke because it was on a Sunday and I was on the way back to church and I fell down the steps. So they put my arm in a sling and that was it. And then the second time I had been out to lunch because I had taken off from work with my boss and couldn't swallow. And when I called the doctor, he was like, "Oh my God, I think you've had a stroke." And after they ran all the tests, he's discovered that was my second stroke. I ended up going in the hospital because I kept falling. And I kept falling, and so I went in the hospital. And at some point, they wanted to strap me to the bed because I still wanted to get up and do the things that I was used to doing. Uh, they did a lot of testing and stuff like that to see what side I had had my stroke on. And then I went into physical therapy, and I was in there for probably 2 weeks and came out and had to walk with a walker and use a cane. And then put down the cane and the walker, went back to work. Since it happened on my right hand side, I was right handed, so I had to readjust. For the longest, my sister and my mom had to sign my checks because I couldn't. So when I learned how to write with my left hand, which I have to do now, I can still write with my right hand, but when I'm in a hurry or when I'm tired, it doesn't function. To let people know that it has nothing to do with age, or it has nothing to do with background or what you do to support yourself, because like I said, I had lost 40 pounds. I walked every day. I mean, every day. I would get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and walk for 2 hours. And I still had a stroke. And probably up until 2 years ago, they didn't know why I had my stroke. So that made it a little bit unique for me.